That's over now.
Hi, guys. Let me pop this banner on real quick. I have no glasses on, so I am, I probably should put them on. That would probably be beneficial.
Right there.
Right here?
Yeah. There you go.
Oh, I'll do that one too. Yeah, no. Yeah. No, I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want. Do you like that?
Yeah. Works for me.
Good. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Thanks to Sergeant G, we have a green screen.
Yeah. Welcome to Season Crazy.
See? It was actually up here in our videos, so go check our Wednesday video out. It'll come out tomorrow. And then don't forget, we're on BTT on Fridays. And you can come hang out with us anytime on Facebook. But yeah, we're excited to be here. We just filmed both of our episodes back to back.
Yeah, and obviously you can catch us here right now on Tuesdays.
Yeah, every Tuesday, here for you, 8 p.m. live.
Oh my God. Yeah, we've been we just got the green screen today and set it up, and we've been figuring it out and
having fun with it. Sergeant G is really helping us out. We do not know why this will not go back up here.
Right?
We tried to figure it out.
Yeah, I have a feeling we're gonna have fun learning.
We did. We put on some screens where we're like all in it and disappearing. But our orange soda, it stayed clear. You could see orange soda no matter where you're at.
Yeah, it's just a very out there color.
I thought it was funny. One of the pictures that they had, I think that Garcia had, was a picture of somebody's living room.
Yeah. And you were like kind of in the table. The placement was definitely wrong. I just want to sit.
I could do that.
Yeah, I just want to sit haphazardly in a green screen, half disappearing.
I think it'd be cool if like we were heads.
Yeah. Ooh.
You know what I mean?
We could do that. All we would have to do is just wear all green, and then we'll be talking heads. Yeah.
I think I would like that. And then you guys could pop on and we would just be like these floating heads.
Right. Ooh, we could do themes. Like if we do like a 1920s background, we could like get into some flapper dresses or something. I don't know.
Yes.
We
We listened to your video, as you know.
Yeah.
And we were so excited for it, but you really had a great Spanish accent.
Yeah. Like just so much. It really sounded very Spanish to me. I thought it was going to sound more Australian.
Yeah.
And I guess it just, American speaking Spanish sounds way less cool than.
I know we look mad white, yo. That's why we already turned the light off. We turned one of the lights off because, let me just tell you, Sergeant G says we look really, really white. This is with adjusting lights and turning some lights off because, yes, I look like I have a filter on my head. Like, you can't see any features.
Yeah.
And she was like, you look whiter than me. That's not.
Yeah.
You're not whiter
There's something
than I am.
wrong here. Yeah, we look pretty white.
Oh, well, you know what? That hides the wrinkles. So whatever.
Right? We get to look young.
I was like really feeling good about myself after one of those videos that we just did. And then I was like, oh, let me go grab some pizza. And I walked by a mirror and I was like, those lines weren't there a minute ago.
Yeah.
Liar. Anyway, how are you guys doing tonight? The computer's closer. So is that a green screen?
Yeah.
Yes. You can't see all
break
the
the flip off.
boxes
Wow,
now.
this is pretty good.
Right. Only thing is we need to figure out how to get this up. It was up in our videos. It'll be up again.
Yeah.
But here it is. It's Season Crazy. You see it? You got it? You like it? We're so excited for this.
Yeah.
And a box fell again. But you can't see it because the screen hides it now. And if naked children run out, you can't see it.
Yeah.
I feel like we're getting somewhat professional.
Right? We're trying.
Yes. You look like you colored your hair. Which one?
Yeah, well, both of us look like our hair is not this color. Well, your hair is mostly that color, but it still looks different than it normally does on screen. And mine looks way darker.
My hair is almost black. It does kind of look purple though right now.
Facebook user, who are you? He says, I need a joint.
Is Sergeant G? Is that you? Oh my goodness. Love it. Showing your girl. Yeah, look. My hair does look purple though.
Yeah, it's definitely a different color.
Okay, guys. Hello, y'all. This week in Explore to Hunt 8, which is metal detecting event to raise money for. Okay. Well, look. Soldiers' Freedom. I would like to do some metal detecting.
Yeah, I've always wanted to
become a bazillionaire.
Yeah, I find an old coin from the war.
Something. It'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Making sure I keep up with you guys. We're so excited that you popped on. Yeah, it does. It looks kind of purple, but I didn't color it because I'm allergic to dye. Go figure.
Oh yeah. Didn't you get that or you were waiting for the wax that's supposed to color your hair?
I did that. It's like greasy. So there's like this wax that you can put in your hair and it makes it like, colorful, but it does kind of make it greasy because you have to use so much. Last time I dyed my hair was like 2 decades ago, and I dyed it and it was supposed to be like this auburn, real pretty, almost like fall red. And I had an asthma attack when I was doing it. Like I'm dying asthma attack, but enough that I had to go to the ER and they had to give me 2 breathing treatments to like open up my airways. It was not auburn. It was a Bozo the Red clown color. And I'm like Bozo the clown. Simpsons. Bozo like.
Oh, I had that color, Elmo red. My hair was that color before, but you weren't trying to do.
Wasn't trying to do it, and it wasn't cute, and I had to wear it out.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't dye my hair again. It was awful. Awful. Didn't look cute.
So it was like a manic panic type dye?
No, I mean, it was something from like Walmart that you get. It's just, it was supposed to be auburn, and when I went to go dye my hair, it wasn't auburn. It was like, you see that where it says live 704?
Yeah.
That's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
So it wasn't great. I didn't like it. It was not. And then, then it starts to grow out and fade as it's growing out. And it wasn't great. It's kind of like my 18th birthday. Got a really bad haircut.
Oh, I remember you were mad.
On my birthday.
There was some crying.
There's a lot of crying.
There's lots of talking about it.
They thought my dad was beating me because I was in the parking lot crying, and he was like consoling me. And then my cousin was there, and his wife got a horrible haircut too. Like, these people didn't know how to cut hair. And she's crying, and they're like thinking that we're getting beat in the parking lot.
I have cried over haircuts before, I will admit that.
Oh.
Looking like Elvira Garcia.
Right now I look like Elvira.
Well, Elvira's really pretty.
She is. She's really pretty.
And I did not know that she was a lesbian, but it's not like I would have kept up with that sort of thing. But I guess she recently came out. I don't know how recently.
She did. She's been with the girl for like 19 years.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
I was like, so you kept them a secret for 19 years?
Yeah, that's gotta offended. Suck. Yeah. Well, I mean,
here's my roommate. We're just roommates. She just sleeps over there for 19 years.
Right. Well, they came from a different time. And plus she had a movie career, and she thought her,
But we're talking about the last 19 years. She's been with her for 19 years now.
Right.
I'd be like, I ain't doing your laundry.
Yeah, I'll do your laundry.
You don't own this?
You tell everybody.
Yeah.
That's what do that.
What's for dinner? What are you going to pick up? I ain't cooking for you.
Right. I mean, but I get it because,
yeah,
people hate too much.
They do. She is really cool. I saw her. She did a car. She took it onto this like what are those car shows that fix it up? It's like not Pimp My Ride, but
where they make it into a really
super cool car. Yeah, she took one of her cars there and got it all made up. It was really, really cool. And all the guys were like drooling over her. Like even like the 20-year-olds are like all drooling over her as she's like bringing her car in.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's pretty cool that she drives a Harley. Yeah. I'm just saying.
Are you making fun of my pizza? I'm sorry. I didn't have time to eat it all. Okay.
I was like, yeah. I was like BMT style, just shoving that down. Yeah. Right. As soon as I got done with basic training, I went right back because I'm one of the slowest eaters in the world. And I thought I was going to die. the first couple days of basic training because I was like starving because I'm so slow at eating.
You didn't try to eat fast? You just still ate slow?
Well, the first day I definitely didn't know what the heck was going on. And then I tried to like hurry up and eat, but it's like it was physically hard for me. I had to train myself to eat fast. And eventually I got there, I'm like, and I had to be the water monitor. So freaking I had one of the least amounts of time to eat. So I definitely learned, but the second I got into my tech school, she went right back.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like Garcia, like, he would, like, open his mouth and hinge his jaw and then, like, swallow food.
Yeah.
Like, not even chew it. He would just, like, swallow it.
Right.
And now he's a slow eater.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll hold, like, the same pizza for, like, ever.
Yeah.
And he's dissing me because he says this pizza has more color than me.
Well, I think everything at this point has more color than us. Why is everything so vibrant and we are like ghost white?
Look, it makes my lips so red. You didn't know that you were going to pop on here and get pizza, did you? Yeah. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we were talking about some really, I feel like, should we tell you guys what we were talking about on these videos? But then I don't want to. I want you guys to go and check it out.
Yeah.
So,
we don't even know how the videos turned out yet because we haven't.
We got to do some editing.
Yeah.
They did come out really good. I think we're finding our groove.
Yeah. Stella got her groove back. I mean, we're finding our spot, and I think we kind of warm up the more we talk. I mean, well, when we're talking by ourselves and we don't have any agenda, then we're just like blah 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 blah
about everything random.
Yeah, and then some of the stuff we're like, well, I'm not telling anybody else, so I got to tell you. So we can't say that stuff to you guys yet. I mean, I don't know if I would ever be comfortable enough opening. Nah, I'll probably never. I'm sorry, guys. Like I was thinking about it. Like, I mean, I will share with you some of my struggles and my past struggles. I'm definitely like okay with sharing my past struggles. Some of them.
Do you ever get into the mood? Like, I feel like sometimes I'm like, I'm not going to overshare. Like, before I walk into a social situation.
So bad.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm not going to overshare. I'm not going to overshare. I'm not going to tell them everything. And then I sit down and, like, everybody's, like talking. And then there's this awkward silence. And I was like, yeah, I was in foster care when I was a kid. Nobody's talking about foster care. But I feel like it's silent. Mm-hmm. I overshared. Yes. So awkward.
Oh my gosh, I'm like terrible at that. Well, I mean, depending on the situation, and especially if I haven't talked to a human that's not a child in like days and days, and then I'm around somebody like you or Dan. See, I need to talk to you sometimes before I talk to Dan.
Run it all, get it all out.
Yeah, because I can't. It just comes out, and I'm like, I didn't mean to tell you all of those things. It's just I haven't talked to a human, and all of these things have been in my brain. And then I want you to know all these things so you can understand me. But I don't want you to know all those things because then I think about it like seconds later, like, man, I didn't really want you to know that. So, I had this conversation with Summer about, sometimes I need to talk to you. She said, message me. Message, like text it to me real quick.
Sometimes it's like midnight and you have something you want to say, just text me.
Yeah.
Like, don't hold it in. Text me and I'll get it and we'll communicate this.
Yeah, so that way I can seem less crazy.
Less crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I can't hide like my crazy, not all of it, but I can at least seem like kind of normal if I text message her real quick, get it all out, and then talk to Dan like I have not a care in the world.
See, I do. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. Like Garcia, he does that. He does the husband listening where he doesn't really listen.
Right.
And then I'll be like, you're not listening to me. And he'll be like, yes, I am. I'm like, what did I say? And he'll repeat like the last 3 words that I said.
Uh-huh.
And so it's a double-edged sword. It's like I want him to listen to me, but at the same time, I can just say all my crazy stuff and he doesn't listen. So then I don't have like, why did I just say that?
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about him remembering. He's like, I just heard.
Oh, he has a horrible memory. Yeah. I could tell him something and he would not remember anything. midnight and your brain won't shut up when you exactly.
Yes. Ugh.
That's why you you have to have a texting buddy. Just text me,
Right.
and then we can go over everything in the morning.
Yeah, then I could maybe go back to sleep if I'm like, oh my gosh, and then like.
Not if we text back, because what if you think you're gonna text me,
Yeah.
but then I'm up and I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, well, but I need that sometimes. I'll be like, I have nobody to talk to. One time
She's debating if she needs to share this.
Yeah. Well, one time, let's just say I wasn't able to get out of bed. I mean, I was able to, but I just didn't want to. And I just had all this anxiety. I'm like, I couldn't go to sleep. I'm just laying there in the dark in the middle of the night with like 20 thoughts for like an hour or something. I don't know. I don't know when I fell asleep, but I'm like, just go away, thoughts. I don't want to. Yeah.
Do you ever think about like the most dumb things, like that you don't even like? Why are you thinking about this right now?
Yeah.
Like off the wall, like you start thinking about Winnie the Pooh because that was your favorite show, and he got stuck in a wall, and how did they really get him out of that wall? And it's like, you're a grown adult.
Yeah.
You haven't watched Winnie the Pooh in 40 years.
Yeah.
Why are you thinking about that one scene? But then it leads to like all of these rabbit trail thoughts, and then the world's ending by the time you're done. And it started with Winnie the Pooh eating honey and getting stuck in a hole.
Yeah. It starts out as one. It's like telephone. It starts out as one thing and ends up completely different.
Yes.
Yeah.
And horrible.
Yeah. And in the morning, when I wake up, that's why I like to sleep and take naps, because it's like a reset for me. I'm a napper. Well, I like the little spurt of energy, but like it's kind of like a reset for me. So I'll eventually fall asleep most of the time. And then when I wake up, it's kind of like my brain isn't so worried. My morning brain does not care. It's a new day. I can solve all my problems. I got this. It's cool. Night me is like the world is ending.
Something about the sun going down, the sun coming up, and everything seems possible. The world is great. The air is fresh.
Yeah.
And then like it goes down, and it's like all the thoughts go 90 to, and my head does not shut up. I have to have a conversation. Like, do we need to do this right now, Summer?
Yeah.
Can you not be quiet right now?
Right. Oh, for years I used to be, no, I still am jealous of the people that they can clear their heads and they have nothing going through. And then I started doing this guided meditation. And this one guy said, it's okay if all these thoughts are running through, let them, because that's what you're supposed to do. Just let it go. And, and I was like, you're telling me all these years, I thought people were like completely just blank, having no thoughts. They were able to just sit there in complete and utter calmness with no thoughts running through.
Guys do that.
I mean, I'm sure that there are people who can do it, but
I wish I could.
Me too. If I could not think about stuff. I have a very vivid imagination. Me
too. And I'll ask Garcia, I'm like, what are you thinking about? And he's like, nothing. I'm like, but what are you thinking about? He's like, nothing. I'm like the word nothing?
Yeah. Oh, that drives me.
Anything? No. He's like, and then my son looks over and he's like, Mom, really, it's nothing. It's like there's nothing in our head.
Okay, I can believe Romeo. I don't believe other men who say, like any man who's ever said, well, nothing, because I'm like, no, you just don't want to tell me. But I can believe Romeo.
Say it's nothing, though. And Romeo finally, he's big enough now. He's like, no, it's nothing. And even we had a group full of table with a group full of men and a group full of women, and we had like an hour-long discussion.
Right.
And all of us women are like, what do you mean? And I feel like this is unfair.
Right.
This is why women want to rise up against men.
Right. That's unfair. Yeah, exactly, Julie. One thought leads to another thought, leads to another thought. Yeah, I don't like it.
No. And like I'm laying there, I wanted to take a nap today because I'm tired, and I think napping should be a sport.
Oh.
So I could join a team. Anyway, I laid down. I'm finally over COVID, but this fatigue is like latched on to me. And so I'm like super tired all the time, which I'm pretty much tired anyway. But I went to go lay down to take a nap. And I was telling Brandy, I'm a light sleeper. And literally my son sweeping the floor was waking me up. He'd like bang the table with the broom and I'd wake up. Or he'd set a dish in the sink and I'd wake up, like stupid stuff. So by the time I had, woke up like 3 or 4 times, my eyes wouldn't go. I couldn't go back to sleep. So I'm laying there and we just got new carpet. So then I'm looking at the carpet and then I'm looking at what color it actually is because it looks more blue. And then do I like it with the baseboards and then the color of the wall? And then we need to paint the wall. And then where am I? Like, it just was a rabbit hole until I finally was like, I'm done. I'm getting up.
Right.
Because then it makes me think of everything I need to do. And I'm trying to lay there and rest. And I just have a to-do list of like 1,000 things.
Yeah. And see, this staying up due to anxiety and thoughts and worrying, this is kind of new to me. And it's really taken its toll a little bit on me because I'm not kidding. I have been able to sleep when it's time to sleep and under the most stressful of situations. Like I have been anxious, like after my mom and dad died. I mean, yeah, it was, thought about them and, whatever I could, but I could still get to sleep eventually. It wasn't, cause my body is just like, you really need sleep. But I mean, of course the waking up sucked because like for 3 seconds you would forget and then like, boom, you would remember. So yeah, morning, like waking up really sucked, but I could still sleep. Now, if I like wake up and like I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night or something like that, if any thought enters my head, if I somehow wake up, it's over with and I'm not getting back to sleep. Yeah. And I can't deal with this. I am a sleeper. I will sleep when I'm sad. I will sleep when I am happy. I will sleep when I am stressed. Not anymore.
Do you remember when Garcia would come into town when I was in high school?
Yeah.
And I worked full time. Yeah. I worked full time and I went to school. And in my spare time, I would try to hang out with, Brandy and do life, try to live.
Yeah.
Well, when Garcia would come into town, as soon as he left, he'd be in like a week, 10 days usually is the longest he'd stay.
Yeah.
I would sleep. I would go to work and I would go to school and I would sleep. And it would be like 2 or 3 weeks of that. So she would be like, oh, great, Garcia's coming into town. I guess I'll see you in 3 weeks.
Yeah. When my feelings are hurt, I get a little snarky. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. She's like, well, I guess I'll see you later. Bye.
Yeah.
It was true though. Like I would get up at like 6. I'd get to school. I'd get home from school. I would do my homework. I'd be at work at 4:30. I'd get home and sleep. That was it. I would just sleep.
Yeah. And I'm like, what were you doing? Sleeping. And then I wrote you the letter. I was like, every time Garcia comes to town, you just want to sleep.
That's it. Just get over it. He does this all the time. He leaves and comes back.
Right.
Just stop sleeping. The last time he came to visit before we got married, he had come to visit and he left. And I remember I walked out of my room like 3 days later and I'd started staying up. And I remember my aunt looked at me and she was like, oh, only 3 days this time. Wow, we're improving.
Right. And then you had that photo book of him.
Yes, I did.
It was a photo book. And she's just like, and this is Garcia.
Yeah. So
I remember looking at that. I don't know why you were showing us
all
of his pictures.
Every time he would come into town. Most girlfriends or boyfriends, they have a keychain with a picture of their sweetheart on this keychain. I had a photo album and I would carry this photo album around. So, it'd be in my car or it'd be wherever. And when he would come to town and visit, I'd take a bunch of pictures and then I'd put them in the photo album and I'd have to take the photo album to school to show all the new pictures to my friends of my handsome guy. And so I didn't have like a keychain. No, that wasn't good enough. And they were so loving. They would sit there and go through like 42 pictures because it was like 2 camerafuls every time he'd come for a week. He'd be there a week and I had a camera in his face the whole week. And they can hear he is sitting up. Oh, here he is sneezing. Oh, here he is sitting back. Oh, here he is sitting up again. But look at his face. He's sitting up just a little different this time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I forgot about it.
Yeah. I was like, what did they call it back in the day? Sprung?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
She was definitely sprung.
Oh yeah. Back in the day. He was like, just better than peanut butter, better than bread, better than chocolate. He was it for me.
Yeah. So how did you two meet? Sounds like Julia wants to know, or maybe
I
she
think,
found
yeah,
out.
I think she asked him, but I was trying to go to find the volleyball court at a church down the street so I could meet up with a friend. Couldn't find the volleyball court because it was just sand with grass growing through it and no net up. Found out that was a volleyball court later on, but anyway, it was kind of raining and he was walking and I was like, oh my gosh, where's this volleyball court? I'm going to be late meeting my friend. And I saw him walking and I was like, hey, do you know where the volleyball court is? And he kind of comes across the street and, was like, what? Which obviously he heard me. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking, and this fool, first time we met, calls me a liar. Because he goes, we're kids, and so, when you're kids, you got the questions to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, so how old are you? And I'm like, 15. He's like, liar. I was like, what? I'm 15. He's like, you're 12. Let me just tell you, that should have warned me what kind of man he was.
Nah, you're 12 and now you're married to him.
I know, because he was like, really like, you're lying and I know how old you are. You're 12. You're just 12. And I was like really mad. I was legit like, I'm 15. Yeah.
So this is a reoccurring theme. Doesn't he like to make you mad
He loves
on
it.
purpose?
He loves it.
So day one.
We argued. Day one, we argued. I'd never talked to this boy before in my life. And we sat there arguing for a good 2 minutes. Then we're done arguing and we're just standing there looking at each other.
Right.
Which, by the way, he thought I was somebody else in the beginning and was trying to walk really fast so he didn't see me. But then when he figured out I wasn't her, I guess he thought, talk to this girl, this lying 12-year-old. Yeah. And then he comes over and we're talking, forever. And I don't ask dudes for their number. Let me tell you guys, I have done all the initiating in this relationship. Seriously.
So, and you asked for his number?
Asked him for his number. I did. No pen, no paper. He told me his number and I memorized it.
Oh, yeah. That's what we did back in the day.
I didn't ask guys for their number, but I did. I asked
I meant
then I stayed up till midnight.
memorizing numbers.
Yeah. He was like, I got to go to a party and I won't be back until midnight.
So you stayed up until midnight?
I stayed up till midnight and called this fool. And then you know what he said? He's like, you really called me. You really called me. Yeah, he told me it was funny. He was trying to avoid her because he thought, he was like, she's really annoying. I didn't like that girl. I was like, and you think I look like her? He was like, from really far away when it's sprinkling, you did.
Oh my goodness. That's pretty funny.
Yeah. It was really funny, but it is what it is. I had to work hard for that boy. Let me just tell you. So when he comes on here, y'all just give him a hard time and you let him know because I worked really hard for him.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, you were definitely dedicated going around showing people a freaking photo album of him.
I was dedicated. Dedicated.
And it's been 22 years?
In
about
April.
To be 23. Oh, 22 in April?
22 years in April.
All right, Summer. I don't know how you wear big earrings all the time. I was trying to be glamorous like you. It's not. It doesn't work for me.
But my cousin's little boy got me these. They're really super cute.
Yeah, super cute.
Yep. 22 years in April we've been together, and 20 years in April we've been married. And he is a hard one.
You're like, no lies. We're sharing our crazy here today.
Oh, I think he shares it on his show. That man is hard. If anybody is with a Marine, the only ones crazier than the Marines are the people that are with them.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Hi, Tori.
It is. And I tease him about it because he'll be like, we go back and forth on everything. And I'm like, no, I had to work for you. Work really hard for you. And do you know what's sad? Y'all want to know? You want to open a can of worms? I didn't even want a relationship.
Oh, yeah. Well, when I met you, you were in love with him already. But
yeah, when you met me, I was already like sniffing his skin.
I don't think I've ever met single Summer.
No, you've never
the
met
entire
someone-
time I've known you, even with Garcia.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I know. Even my sister, we've been together since my sister was like 5 and she's 28. And so, however, you do the math. I just told you 20 years, right? But she was like, who was your boyfriend before him? Did you have a boyfriend before?
Yeah.
Before him? I was like, yes, I did. In fact, none of them. I didn't care about any of them. Like I do that for
Yeah, apparently 22. I feel like
long time.
it makes me feel older just because 22 years old sounds young. Together for 22 years sounds like you should be older.
I should be like 97.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you. It has been a crazy ride with that one. Crazy.
Yeah, how many deployments? Like a couple of them.
A lot, because I mean he was gone so much. I think I was made to be a military wife. Like I really feel like that I was made to be a military wife. He was gone. I mean, he's done, tours to Iraq. He's done, 3 months here, 2 weeks here, 4 months here, 2 months here. So the whole time he was in the military, and then even for I think a year after, because he went down to Texas for 3 months and stuff for the military, he was gone all the time.
Right.
I think the longest he was ever home was when we were stationed in Hawaii for 3 years, and he still would go on 3 months. He went to, he left for 3 months here, 2 weeks there, a month here, and he was gone a lot.
Right.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's an adjustment when you get out and they're around you all the time.
Yeah, and he's been in since he was like 17.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being in high school when he had to, when he was deployed, and how hard that was on you.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was not high school. Maybe it was after high school, but we were so young. It was like 18, 19. I don't know.
It was after Amadeo was born, but we were teenagers. I mean, I
Yeah.
was still a teenager when my first son was born when we got married.
Yeah, we went to prom and your wedding in the
Yes.
same
Prom.
day.
Prom was on my wedding night, and I made an appearance. I couldn't miss my senior prom.
Yeah.
Just married on the back of my window, and my uncle and my aunt put beer cans, or somebody put the beer cans so that when you drive, the beer cans are on, and went to prom.
Yep. We went to I went to your wedding. Well, at least I changed. You were in your wedding dress, weren't you?
I was supposed to wear a different dress, and it ripped, so I ended up having to wear my wedding dress.
Oh, I was wondering. I just thought it was a theme because it matched the theme.
It was like Cinderella theme or something.
Yeah, it was a castle theme, and it was like y'all were a prince and a princess, so it worked.
And then do you remember like he danced with Mel? Like
No,
it was supposed to be our first dance. Obviously we were broke. We paid for our own dinner.
Right.
Like, so we go to prom and the first song comes on, and we had a friend and her boyfriend ditched her.
Oh yeah. I forgot
Like
about that.
jerk face.
Mhm.
Like just ditched her. And I was like, you've got to go dance with her. And he's like, what? It's like, go dance with her now.
I forgot.
Do you remember that?
I remember
so
it
then
now.
I made him dance. And so then they went and danced because I was like, she got a jerk. Go dance with her.
Yeah. And then somewhere there's a video.
Are you doing the drunk driving thing?
Yes.
I still have that. No, but you were like, do you guys remember back in like late 90s, early 2000s, they would do the drinking and driving videos?
Yeah, don't drink. Because first you were doing like the prom, like, video camera thing. And for some reason I was just like, don't drink. I don't even remember what I said, but I was like doing some sort of like one of the commercials for the drunk driving, don't drink and drive. And you're like, I think it was something like, stop it.
I did because I was looking through the lens and it looked just like it. And I was like, shut up right now. This doesn't look funny.
Yeah.
Yes, I wore my wedding dress to prom. I actually so he was in his dress blues, and I had my wedding dress, and then I had a really pretty black dress made, and it ripped. And so I didn't get to wear it, so I wore my wedding dress to prom.
And I wore a dress from Hot Topic that was black and purple and had the like vampire sleeves, and Summer put this big old glitter thing on me.
Oh, I remember
and
that.
I had black lipstick, and it was fun. And Josh had like this flame shirt on.
And he wore that shirt all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's a cool shirt. I'm not making fun of the shirt, but I'm
Mhm.
making fun of the era. Like,
Yes.
what I just the pictures.
Do you remember like the platform, combat boots that would go up like to your knees? Yeah.
Yeah, the Jinkos, like
Elephant leg Jinkos, like
Ow.
because you wanted to do. Like, what did we do with those?
Yeah, and then when it rained or anything, you always had the puddle just wick up your leg. Yeah. Yeah.
Good times. Good
yeah.
times. Oh my gosh. Hey, Julie, I saw up there. Did you say you lost 197 pounds?
I need to be looking up these comments. What am I missing here?
She said she lost 197 pounds.
Well, either it was a husband or she lost 197 pounds. I don't know.
I didn't think of that. Is that what you meant?
Yeah.
She said, when I lost 197 pounds, I could think more clearly.
Well, congratulations to either.
I didn't think of that. Now I need to know. We need to know.
Yeah. Wait, can we scroll back up? Did she say it in the comments?
Yeah, look. Hold on. You see it?
Midnight Brain. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. I've been sleeping a lot better since I lost 192 pounds. My thoughts are a lot more pleasant. Yeah, wait. It sounds like she's talking about weight, but I feel like
this could be a guy. I feel like you hit the nail on the head.
Not that we don't love guys. They're cool. I'm just saying
that does go with it, right?
Yeah.
Well, if you lose a person that's mean to you or a crazy person, guy or girl, I mean, yeah. Then your thoughts probably would be better.
Yeah, but there's good crazy. You see us. We don't fight.
Yes. Okay. After she said that, I was like, yes, because I think I remember.
Oh, you're right. Okay, yeah. I'm saying.
Well, and from everything that you were saying before, it sounds like you stood your ground, girl.
Right?
Sometimes I wish I could stand my ground more. I just am not. Like, I can be, but when I love people, I don't know. Maybe it was growing up with the childhood I had. I feel like when I love people, it's really hard for me to stand my ground because I always just give in.
Yeah. Yeah. Please. Okay.
Yeah. Or like, they come crawling back and it's not everybody. It's just like there's a specific group.
Yeah.
Handful of people that know they can do whatever. And then they come back and they need something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always like, but they need to eat. Like, I can't not feed them. Like, I cannot. What do you want me to do? Just let them go hungry? So good for you for standing up for yourself.
Yeah. Boundaries.
I'm horrible with them.
Oh, I'm terrible with them, except for now when it comes to mistreating me in a relationship. I reached my limit on that one. So now, now I overcorrected. Well, thankfully, my current boyfriend, I don't need to overcorrect crap because we get along.
He's a sweetie.
Yeah, and but like some people that I've dated in the past want to say things that are really just crossing some lines and some boundaries for,
Right.
And I just got pushed so much that now, like, if they do that, instead of like counting to 5 or something and then like trying to explain whatever, I'm automatically me and I'm just like, did you just say and I'm like, oh, I really probably
shouldn't be that way.
Didn't mean to. I don't need to be that mean, but like there's only so many times you can press my buttons and I go to like 0 to 10 in like 1 second. But other than that, I'm like,
but you need that.
Yeah, I do need that.
We as people need that. Yeah. We need to have boundaries. We need to, yeah, there's definitely a balance of boundaries, but I feel like, I feel like I'm already like empathetic and a people person. So that makes it harder for boundaries because I want to see the best in everybody.
Yep.
You're the innocent until proven guilty. And then with these handful of people, I can prove you guilty. And for whatever reason, I still have crappy boundaries.
Yeah.
Crappy boundaries.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Because you love them so much and the person that they could be or are, not could be, like, you saw them do something or they did something really, really good for you that you needed at that time in life. So you, as an empathetic person, when they do something wrong or they make you mad, you don't just see what they're doing right there. You're also in the back of your mind having that like, well, but they saved my life, or they did this, or they, once upon a time they're not, and it doesn't even. I'm still nice to people who are mean to me. I'm just saying, like, it's very hard to have boundaries when you're like, oh, well, I mean, they really don't mean to hurt me.
Or you just keep forgiving them. Like, you know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
You just do. You just do. And she said, yeah, I was mean to him. Don't do the wrong thing by me. Well, I also feel like relationship-wise, because we're talking about your ex. Relationship-wise, I've been with Garcia for so long. You think about it. I've been married to him since I was 17. He and I were talking about this the other day. Brandy does not remember a time that I wasn't with Garcia. And then you talk about being married. I've been married to him since I was 17. And I go back to, since I was 17, married at 17, I've kissed no guy. Like, I've not sexted, texted, emailed, flirted, held hands, in person flirted with any other man.
Yeah.
So you talk about that long with one person. I don't even know how I would be with somebody else.
Oh, the dating world has definitely changed. Because I remember when, even 6-7 years ago, I don't know how many ever long years ago, when I, got a divorce, getting back into the scene, and it was different then. Because, we grew up in the age of like, you have the corded phone and you call your friend, and you have the pagers and the caller ID and all of that. And then you might have Yahoo Chat or Yahoo Dating or whatever, but mostly you didn't meet people like that.
We wrote letters. Like, we didn't. We didn't have cell phones. Yeah. I was letter writing.
Yeah.
I was letter writing.
Yeah. And it is not like that anymore. No. It's...
Well, I agree with Tori that some people take advantage of the people that are too nice. I 100% agree.
Oh, I've been taken advantage of, like, I don't know how many times. And I mean, I will admit that, but I'm less of a pushover now. And you know what? I actually am fine with forgiving people who truly, like,
are sorry.
Yes. And they do change, or, they are trying, because their heart really is sorry and they're actually making an effort.
They have to make an effort. They have to show that they're making an effort.
Right. And that's what I'm learning of, okay, do I want to forgive this person, or should I cut them out of my life? Because I don't need the drama. I don't need the toxicity. I'm good.
Well, and then when you're internally feeling sick and when you're internally suffering and internally, physically now and emotionally now struggling, it's like, I was talking the other day, and it's like, there's a point when you go, you're treating me this way because I let you.
Mm-hmm.
There is. There's honestly a point. And that sucks because you're the nice person and you're the one that's getting treated like crap. But they know they can call you. They know that they can ask for help when they need help, and they don't have to be there as a friend or a family member or spouse any other time.
Right.
Because they know.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna do it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I was laughing a moment ago because she said I'm 53. I've had my quota of a-holes. Yes, I'm glad that you have, gone down this journey as well, because that's what I'm currently trying to do in my life is, set my boundaries, and if it's not good for me, if it's toxic, like you're an a-hole, you go, because I have too much going on, and you know what? Onwards and upwards, and we're going to be in our 40s, and I'm just saying 40 is the new 30. Yeah. What do they say? 40 is the new 30?
50 is the new 30, I think.
Yeah. 50 is the new 30.
I'm telling you what, though, I have a bad problem watching my loved ones getting taken advantage of, though. And you can attest to that. Yeah. I can't do it. I cannot let somebody I love get taken advantage of.
Yeah, you threw my marriage.
I'm like,
I have heard Brandy.
And that's how we met. It's like, I have to come in. I have to take care of you. I want to make sure you're good.
Yeah.
But boy, when it comes to me, isn't that sad? And I do feel that way. I'm like, we're going to be in our 40s.
Yeah.
We're going to be in our 40s. And I would not want my children to accept the things that I've accepted.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like
Yeah.
when you get to a certain age, you start going, okay, I'm teaching my children to have boundaries, and I
Yeah.
set them up, and we
Mhm.
acknowledge them, and even my kids can set boundaries for me. Like, Mom, I'm not comfortable with that. Okay, well, that's your boundary. I'm over here because I want them to feel confident and
Right.
not be here where we've been.
Right. Yeah. And you're right, Tori, the older we get, the easier it is to stand up for ourselves, because I think it's because, like, after so much crap, you're like, no, I don't have time for this. Like, we have 365 days in a year, and how many ever years? That's too much. I got stuff to do from sun up to sundown.
Well, or the fear of what happens if I stand up for myself.
Mhm.
So if I stand up for myself right now, you know, sometimes you go, who is going to take care of that person? Or you hate confrontation when it comes to somebody that you love, or you can't fathom what it's going to be like without that person. So you kind of hold on. But you get to a point where you're like, what is it going to be like without them? I'm going to be happy.
Right.
They're going to have to figure out how to treat somebody better, or go treat somebody else like crap until they figure it out, because you're gonna feel better, right?
Yeah. I've even kept my mouth shut on, like,
30 has been flying.
Huh?
She said 40 flies past so quickly,
No.
and I feel like 30. 30's been rough for me.
Yeah, it's gone by quicker.
Been
Maybe, I don't know.
It's gone by
I feel
fast.
like I've lived a million.
No, it's gone by fast. So fast to me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm 38 now. I mean, I guess it kind of has, because I'm like, wow, I'm 30. But I loved being 30. Like, I don't know. I woke up and I was 30, and I was like, yes. You know what I mean? I know who I am, kind of. Well, now I'm discovering I really still don't know who I am, but I know myself a lot better. But I was like, well, in my 20s, I really didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. I was definitely broke, working for $6.50 an hour. Mm-hmm. And I'm just trying to survive and bills and whatever. And then 30s, you're like, oh, well, now I kind of know something. I'm turning into an adult.
I feel more confident. I feel like confidence has come in 30s. Yeah. But I felt like 30s were going to be so great. I turned 30 mm-hmm. and I was all excited about it. And
the lower end of, like, the beginning of 30s, you're like, woohoo! And then, like, you get into, like, the end of 30s, and it's not bad, but it's just not as, like, woo, it's kind of over it. Like, is 40s going to get better?
I feel like my 30s has been, like, the hardest time in my marriage ever. I don't know. Maybe different people go through that, but I was like,
oh, yeah, different seasons.
30's going to be great. And I turned 30, and then it was like the marriage people were like, psych. You wait.
Yeah, that we were in different seasons, because I went through some stages well before you did.
Yeah.
And then, now you're in a different season. So, like, we're in different seasons of our lives.
At least we took turns. That was polite of us. We were polite to do that. Yeah. And I'm glad.
Right. We need that. Like, someone has to, like, hold each other up. Like, hold on to me. Let me rope, slap some handcuffs on, rope us around. We can, like, what is that? The potato race or whatever.
I feel like we C's are crazy, but we need somebody else to be like, don't go that crazy.
Right. Like, we're okay.
Stop there.
Yeah. My friend Summer, she could tell me the craziest of stories, or like, oh my God. And I'm like, oh yeah, like, I can be calm and be like, I'll talk to you about this. But if the same thing happened to me, I'm sure I would be on the floor crying. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's how we have to do it.
Yeah. Like, we got to help each other out. You can calmly talk to me when I'm freaking out, and then I can calmly talk to you when you're freaking out.
Exactly. And I do, your baby's 30, your oldest son's 34. Obviously, mine isn't as old. My oldest was 19 in January. Yeah. Youngest 2, and then all the ages in between. But it has gone by fast.
Yeah, how is it having, like, a 34-year-old? Because for me, my daughter just turned 18 in November, and it's terrifying. Because right now she's not staying with me. So if I can't get a hold of her right away, and it's because she's taking a nap, it'll be for some inane, like, she's not doing anything, but I can't get a hold of her. And I'm like,
Mm.
like, and I will not, my anxiety will not go away until she has messaged me back. And I know full well that 99% of the time she's fine. But now I am no longer, I can't be her bubble. She is free to be free. She's an adult human. And that's
so
cool.
scary.
Yeah, I mean, I love, I can't wait to see her grow as an adult, and that's cool. Like, I'm not knocking her being an adult, but it's very terrifying to me, like, her going out in the world, and I can't, like, keep her in a little safety net there. And, like, I cannot be like, no, you can't drive at midnight because it's dangerous. She could do that if she wanted to. And then if I knew that she was doing it,
don't you want to tell him, psych, I'm sorry, you were just 17.
Yeah.
It was a practice run for 18.
Yeah, forged the birth certificate.
Just can't do that. Come home. And you want to raise these productive, independent humans. You want them to go out there and not be taken advantage of, to be able to work hard, provide for themselves, to not be naive, to be able to withstand like this mean world, right? Then you do a really good job, and then they go out there and you're like, damn it.
Right.
I mean, you're all happy about it, but
right. You're
it's
supposed to need me forever.
hard. I know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I know I can't live like that. And my brain says, you got to let her be an adult. You got to let her spread her wings and fly, and everything's going to be okay. That's what my brain says. But my heart and my nerves, they're telling me like the most and then I watch a true crime podcast. You know what? It's the true crime podcast. It all circles back.
Not a good order for you.
Yeah.
My God. Don't do it. Don't watch true crimes and then worry about your kids. Oh my gosh. Garcia was watching one the other day about the BTK, bind them, torture them, kill them.
He gave that nickname to himself. He is such a nerd.
That's a narcissist.
Yeah.
I mean, he loved the attention, and he did it for over 30 years. Like, he did it and then took a break. And I don't know if he was a youth pastor or just if they found out the church he went to, but I think he was like a minister in the church. I don't know. Anyway, like, he would just kill these kids and then go home and have dinner.
How? My nerves do not work that way, because even if I enjoyed it, which I wouldn't, but even so, I would be like, that is, you got to worry about, are you going to get caught? And just all these things.
But you think to kids, to torture kids.
I mean, I couldn't even fathom doing that in the first place. But then, like, say, having done it,
you just go have a salad.
Yeah, like, I would be like shaking and like,
all right, now that that's done, go run and grab some milk. I mean, but that's what these people do. They don't care. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I think we're running out of time, so we probably should end this.
Oh, yeah.
Say good night to you guys. I don't know what show is coming up next. I should probably know that, but I'm sure it is awesome. So you guys,
we'll learn it.
Yeah. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us for this hour. Don't forget to check out our shows on Wednesday on our YouTube channel and Fridays on BTT. We've got our new episodes coming out this week, so go check them out. We've got some fun topics. Let us know some of the things that you want to hear or you want us to talk about. We're open. Anything weird and crazy?
Yeah, you can do that by emailing us at seasoncrazy@gmail.com. Messaging us on Instagram, season_crazy_. Anyway,
that word. We got it.
That word. Or just Season Crazy. I mean, really, if you look up Season Crazy, it's either going to be seizures or it's going to be us. So you'll find us. You've seen us. We're going to, and then live Tuesday, like right now.
Yeah, so come back next week and hang out with us too. But we definitely need you guys to go over to our YouTube channel and hit subscribe, ring that bell, give us a like. We're trying to get at least 100 subscribers. And then, of course, more. So share us with your friends.
Yeah, at
come
this
hang
point,
out with us.
When we reach 100 subscribers, I will mail the 100th subscriber. Can we find that out on YouTube?
I think we can.
Yeah, I will mail y'all like a CBD bath bomb or something like that.
Oh, we could send out thank yous.
Yeah,
wouldn't that be fun?
Thank you for being a friend.
Well, yeah, come show us your friendship.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks guys for hanging out with us. I'm gonna have to end this now, but we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.